Hi ladies, so in this video I'm going to give you a few stretches to help with your kicks, to help with our flexibility, and if you've been doing lots of kicks you might want to use some of these stretches to help stretch out after as well. So first one we're going to do is a hamstring stretch, because that's predominantly what might feel most stretched when you're doing your kicks. It kind of comes with the leg extension there. So what we're going to do is keeping both legs toes forward. So we're going to pop one foot in front. So I've got my right foot slightly in front. I'm going to keep my toes on the floor, keep that leg stretched. I'm going to bend my back leg, my left leg. I'm going to keep the hands at the top of my bent leg to keep nice and safe there. Now, so front leg has the toes down, back leg is bent, hands at the top of the back leg. And we want to keep our spine nice and long and neutral. So we want to try and avoid being curved like this. So you might feel like you're sticking your bottom out a little bit. So taking that stretch there, you should feel a nice stretch across the hamstrings. If you want to make that stretch more intense, you could always find maybe a step at home or a chair even, if you wanted to take that leg a bit higher. And again, that same reach, but keeping the spine long and stretched instead of hunched. Yeah, so keep that length through the spine to keep the lower back safe whilst doing those stretches. You could also stretch out your hips. This is another one that we often take in our cool downs as well. So this one is with our toes out to the side, but they're not forced. So they're not forced to be in, 180 degree plane. It's just to keep them out ever so slightly. And again, knees over toes. So whenever we're bending our knees, we always want them to be projecting over our toes, not going at an angle to them. So knees over the toes, hands at the bottom of the bent leg, so not to put any pressure on the knee joint. And then we're feeling a nice stretch to open out the inside hips and the inside leg here to feel a nice stretch across here. Good. Also, if you wanted to take a glute stretch, you can pop a hand on a wall, or if you're feeling like a balance test too, holding the leg here, that will help to stretch out the glutes there. If you wanted one for your back too, if you feel like you need a bit of a back stretch, one that I really like is bent knees here again, keeping the lower part of our spine quite neutral, and then reaching under the hamstrings there, and like kind of looking downwards, so keeping this part all straight and then looking downwards. That kind of gets a nice stretch at the top of the shoulders there. Yeah, if you've spent a lot of time sat down or on technology a lot, that's a nice little stretch. And another one that's good for that too is popping the hands behind your neck and feeling like you're pushing the back of your neck. So I've got my hands at the bottom of the base of my skull, the top of my neck, and I'm pushing my neck back into my hands there to open out here. I feel more flexible. But yeah, a couple of stretches for you ladies there if you fancy.